So, how do we actually manage anxiety? What does make us feel better? I think the most important thing to understand and to remember and to remind ourselves of again and again and again is that it's not a one step quick fix. When we have patterns that actually become entrenched in our thought process and make us start to feel and believe and think a certain way, they're not just going to disappear just because we want to. They're not just going to go away just because we went and talked to someone about it. It actually needs hard work. It needs that constant reminding that we have to do it again and again. You're not just going to do it once and find out that it's worked and everything's fine. That is not how things work. And most of us know that. I think we all know that, but it is that natural frustration that comes up whenever we think that, oh, we have to do this again and again, and it's just not a quick fix. It's not. The sooner you accept that it's not a quick fix, no medication will just make it go away, the easier it will be for you to actually truly understand and work with the process. You need to invest time. You need to commit to therapy long term, because what you do in the short term is just crisis management. That's all that we do. You learn to understand how you got to that place or what was happening and how you can make things better in the short term. That's it. You don't really get to work with what actually started to make you think like that. What kind of needs did you have that were unmet that has made you into this person who overthinks, who is hypervigilant, who's constantly looking around and sort of making sure that everyone is okay, people are pleased with them, and things are always going to work out, or things have to be perfect in order for them to feel validated, or they have to prove something to someone all the time, and if they don't, nothing's okay. That I have to get this job, otherwise I'm not successful. And if I'm not successful, it means I'm nothing. Or if my child doesn't eat this meal or doesn't eat everything I cook, it means I'm a bad mother. Or if I've gone out for a drive with my friends and my husband or partner is upset, it means that I'm not a good partner. Like, what makes you start to think like that? You actually need to work through that. You need to try and sit down and reflect on how you've gotten there. What is your journey? What are those little cues, those little triggers, things that have been embedded in your subconscious now? You need to bring them to the surface. Then you need to do the exercises and the things that actually help to make it better. And that has a wide range in it. That is breathing. Those are things like, that involve a lot of creativity. So whether it's art, whether it's music, whether it's coloring, whether it's writing. And then, of course, other things like, connecting with nature, doing exercise or walking or, talking to friends and, having things that you enjoy that are part of your daily routine. Are you doing them regularly? Or the last time that you actually did something that you enjoyed and that was meaningful to you was like months ago, All of those things, they start to make your bucket empty, So you need your bucket full. You need to have those reserves in order to deal with the day-to-day things in a reasonable manner, so that when things really go crazy, you have what it takes to manage it. It doesn't mean that you're not going to feel scared. It doesn't mean that it's not going to hurt or you're not going to be upset. But it does mean that you are able to focus on what needs to be done rather than be paralyzed by that situation and find out that you actually can't do anything. You're stuck. So breathing, the mindfulness, meditation, and all of those things, you actually need to be doing them when you're not feeling crazy and panicky. Every day, you need to be doing it consistently so that you actually understand what that means. You can't just do it when you're in crisis mode and sort of say, okay, this doesn't help and this is not going to make me feel better. That is not how it is. And if you think that that is what you need to do, or that's why it doesn't work, you actually need to have a good long talk with yourself and ask yourself why you are being so resistant to getting better. Then start therapy.